Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. This is the daily analysis for Bitcoin to see what happened yesterday and what it might happen today. So we have, of course, our bull run finished here as a potential wave 1. We are looking at an ABC expanding flat for a potential correction in a wave 2. This wave 2 is unfolding as an expanding flat, and currently we are looking at a potential wave C toward the downside, which it is unfolding currently for a Bitcoin, that it might be, of course, a 1 2 and then another 1 2 3 4 and a 5 in the first possibility, or it can be, of course, an extended wave 5 to turn into wave 3, meaning 1 2 3 4 and a 5 to reach, of course, this area as a wave 2, taking the low and start to think, of course, about something bullish. As you can see, the price has failed to break the base channel since the last top here, and we saw, of course, we saw higher prices, but we failed, of course, to break the base channel and to reach the acceleration channel, meaning as a wave 5, it has failed here, especially, of course, after this weakness and coming back in the range of this corrective channel. Now, this corrective channel, if broken, then you can expect something very deep to unfold and very fast toward the downside. And that because this channel is the only thing that it is holding the price still over there in two possibility for bullish in case we still bullish. So for the bullish scenario, the first scenario that we might think about here is, of course, after topping here for wave 3 and wave 4, very strong hold area here as a support, we see a 1 2 3 4 and a 5 potentially as an ending diagonal. The wave 4 has hit perfectly the level for wave 4 in diagonal, and we are looking at a potential zigzag so far. The zigzag has to finish 1 2 3 4 5, one more low, of course, to finish as an ABC. If this happens, and we see, of course, a rebound, a strong rebound toward the upside, taking the high here, that is a confirmation, of course, for a new wave 5, for a new all-time high, that it might hit around the 147, 160K for Bitcoin. So this possibility is still there so far. Breaking the 95K, 900 or 96K, that means, of course, the things start to be very, very far from being bullish. Now, the second bullish scenario is, of course, a stronger bullish scenario, and that is after breaking, of course, this level, taking the 1-to-1 fib level, which is still very far, of course, 180K rounded. It might be the bullish ultimate scenario here, where you might have several 1 2, a big 1 2, and followed by a double 1 2, and then 3 4 5 4 5, and big 4 5 towards the upside. And we're talking here about, of course, above the 256K in case that happened. However, a signal that this is invalidated is by taking this low at 98K 400, which it is, of course, a confirmation of a potential bear market, unless, of course, one more chance is there for the diagonal here that it might unfold that we just explained over there. So one more low, we would like to see a bounce from the 96K or around it, and then, of course, moving for higher. If this does not happen and we see, of course, lower prices, this will break up even the ending diagonal here, which it should not be, of course, getting out of this trend, kind of the parallel from the top here, that it might be, of course, taken from the highs. Yeah, so if we break this trend line, that means, of course, any kind of bullish scenario are eliminated here, and we might see, of course, a drop for the bearish scenario, which is, of course, a wave C here. This wave C, of course, is after a finished wave 1. You're looking for a wave 2 here, and you're looking for a wave 3 as well, of course, as a very impulsive bull run that it might unfold, of course, after finishing a wave C over there. 1.618 is 68K, and then, of course, moving toward the upside. Yep, so these are the possibilities on the daily for Bitcoin. Now, if we move a little bit to the 2 hours chart here for the micro level, so we are looking here at the potential of 1 2, and then potentially wave 3 still unfolding as a 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Your wave 4 invalidation is not taken yet, 106K 500, and that means, of course, you have two possibilities here. The first possibility is, of course, an ABC formation for a wave 4, because you still need a time based on this wave 2. You might get 3 waves, a wave 4, and then moving toward the downside for a wave 5. The second possibility is a triangle formation here, A, B, C, D, and a E, which is a very characteristic wave 4, and then dropping down, of course, for a wave 5 in a wave 3 here for Bitcoin. However, as a fib level here taken from this wave 1 or a wave A, the 1-to-1 fib level here as 95K can be, of course, in confluence with this potential zigzag and confluence with the wave 5 that it might unfold. Also in confluence with the bullish scenario, which is, of course, the ending diagonal. As you can see, this is in confluence as well with the wave 4, 95K as well, 600 or 900. So around this area, it is very interesting, of course, to watch what's going to happen for Bitcoin over there. So yeah, basically these are the possibilities. Now, of course, one more possibility for Bitcoin here is that you might get the impulse toward the downside. If we get an impulse toward the downside here, and that means this impulse, which it might be a wave 3, this of course requires a little bit lower prices than the 95K 600. That means, of course, you need to break this 1-to-1 fib level here. By breaking it, of course, that means you are heading for something much more lower as a wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, preferably, of course, at the 1.618 here, which it is very, very deep, of course, as we mentioned in the daily, that it might be, of course, your wave C in an expanding flat, right? So 94K 600 can be, of course, a wave C unfolding toward the downside in this scenario, of course, which it is in confluence with the expanding flat, as we mentioned also on the daily. So as you can see, 1.618 only for a wave 3. That means, of course, 4 and a 5 might end up exactly in the area where we want to end up here. 1.618 taken from the A, B, and a C. So yeah, this scenario is very strong as well. Yeah, as possibilities also the same, very strong as well for a zigzag and for a diagonal as an ending diagonal. So we're gonna watch the area here, what's gonna happen around the 96K, and we'll see, of course, after one drop here, one more low, we'll see, of course, the reaction if we get something very strong toward the upside. Yep, so that was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.